everyone, it is Shipwreck Samantha here and welcome back to another live painting video. This is the third painting in a series I've been doing. Here's the first one and the second one. This is also a video that you guys can go check out. And this is part 3 of my colored hair princess series. And so I'm going to be coloring this today while I talk to you guys. So if you want, you can just pull up a sketchbook, you can grab whatever you normally use to draw and sit back and relax while we paint together. I should probably mention, because someone I'm sure will ask, I'm using this Strathmore watercolor paper, and I lined this with just a general scrapbooking fine tip pen, and I don't know where these watercolors came from because I still haven't discovered that yet. This was actually surprisingly requested for me to do this video. After the last video I did, I wasn't sure if you guys would like this format or not, but I was kind of pleasantly surprised by how much you guys were telling me you wanted to see more of these, like, just laid back watercolor videos. And I skipped the inking process because I thought that would be kind of boring for you guys to just watch me ink. But if that's something you want to see as well, just you guys can let me know, and on the next one I could film the inking process or the sketching process or whatever. I should probably mention, if this is the first video you're watching in this series, I'm doing complementary colors for these princess drawings, and so I did purple and yellow, blue and orange, and so now I'm doing green and red. Alright, I definitely like this color, and so we'll start with that base coat, and I'll come back to it later. There's something I've learned that I really like to do with watercolors is to build up, so I'm gonna leave that and come back to it. I'll work on the skin tone next. Alright, let's try this. That is really dark. I'll do this, I think, lightly, and then I'll build this one up as well. It's still not quite as dark as I want it, but I think I'm just gonna leave it and come back to it after it dries. I'm trying to find a good color for the roses. That first red is just way too pink. I need a nice bright red for these roses. I decided roses on the crown for obvious reasons, being that they're red and I needed a red element to the crown. But I was actually looking up and researching like royal flowers. I was curious to see if there were any flowers that were commonly associated with royalty, and came to discover that roses kept popping up when I was researching flowers and royalty. I'm not quite sure any specific reason. There are a couple different kinds of roses named after people in royal families, and so it worked out pretty well that way. So I was like, yep, roses are what I'm doing. And just like with the last princess I did, where it was kind of sea themed because she had blue hair, I wanted to do a nature theme for this one because of her green hair, and I thought it would help divert it from looking too Christmassy, because a lot of people think red and green, they think, oh, Christmas colors, and I didn't want it to end up looking Christmassy, so I thought sticking with a nature theme would really help combat that. I really like that, and you know what I just decided just now is she is getting red lips. Yep, it's happening. And I did quartz crystals in the crown as well to add another element, because I thought, you know, a lot of people do flower crowns, so that seemed pretty fitting to have flowers as the crown because people actually do flower crowns in real life. But I wanted it to look a little more regal, which is why I added those quartz crystals that I think kind of helped to make it look more like a royal crown. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and color in her top. Alright, I really like this gold color, so I think I'm just gonna go in, again, very lightly with this one. And I'll mention, these two from the previous paintings in the series, the blue-haired one and the purple-haired one, are both available on Redbubble right now, and this one will also be on Redbubble by the time this video is uploaded. Also, I'll mention, last time I did this, I just kind of sat here for an hour in silence because I didn't want any noise to mess up the filming part of this, and that I wanted you guys to be able to hear me clearly. But the thing is, when I'm painting, I normally have a lot of background noise, and I like to have things running. Most of the time it's videos, sometimes it's music, but I have recently just been binge watching Doodle Date's old videos, so I figured out a compromise, and I just have my headphones plugged in so I can be listening to their videos while I'm painting and in between talking, because I'm pretty good at toning out sound while I'm talking. but it's nice to have a bit of background noise with me while I work. And I totally recommend Doodle Date to anyone watching this because they are one of the top, if not my top favorite channel ever. They're so fun to watch, and they honestly they are what the words. Doodle Date are most likely the ones that really got me into watercolors because they have so much fun with so many different art mediums, and definitely didn't ask me to give them a shout or anything. It's not like they need it from me, but they are awesome and I totally recommend them. I'm gonna shade the hair, but I'm just having some trouble figuring out how I'm going to go about doing this. Okay. It's like, where do I even begin with shading this? There's just so many curls. I guess I'll just start by kind of shading around these curls that are the closest in front and working back. I don't know. What am I doing? I just talked in the last video about, oh, I'm so good at shading hair and I love shading hair and I totally know what I'm doing, and now I'm just like, yeah, okay. I think so far this shading is looking okay. Keyword being okay. Okay, I think we have a tone dark enough now to go in with shading. There we go. Ooh, okay. Ooh, that was risky. I got so close to the yellow. Alright, now it's time to pick my third Doodle Date video of the day. I think I'll do a brown for the eyes. We'll start with that and come back. And I think I'm gonna make the top darker. Just working in these layers just really, I think it helps with the way I think. Okay, here we go. Darker color for the top, or really just a more vibrant color. I don't want to take away from the rest of it. That seems really bright. Wash it out, spread it out, spread it out. Ooh, oh, this gave me an idea. Ooh, what if I did a gradient? Ooh, I kind of like how that looks. I feel like this is drawing your attention away from where it's supposed to be. I'm thinking maybe to make those roses a bit darker. Maybe that'll help. Yeah, make these brighter. I want your eyes to go to the crown and to see that first. So we really want it to pop. Add some more red to the top lip. I'll go ahead and add some blush, how I normally do, by dabbing it away. It's probably gonna be pretty, ooh, that's really red. I think I'm gonna make the eyes a lot darker because I'm just not liking how light those are. I think that is better. Woo, that is way too much black. Oh no. It's so difficult to use black because it's like if you try to use black, it's like you use a tiny bit and it's going on there. It's very prominent. I think I'm really gonna need to scrub this brush when I'm done because it has not been this stained before. I think we're making progress here. You know what? I just decided what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna go ahead and make that red wash around the outside of the character, and I think it'll help me get some perspective on what I need to do for the rest of the drawing. I do not think I made enough wash at all. Yeah, no. I am in desperate need of some more paper towels. I just really don't want to get some more. Look at this. This is what I'm working with. Alright, I'll start with that wash and come back to it. I feel like that's something I keep saying is I'll start with that, I'll come back to it, blah blah blah. And I'm gonna go over the edges of the hair, add some red to the edges, make everything look like it belongs. I'm wondering if I could even give the quartz crystals a bit of a red hue, kind of like a rose quartz. I'm wondering what that would look like and if that would help. I'm gonna also use a red to shade this. There's something that just doesn't seem right. That's just not, I can't put my finger on it. I can't figure out what's going on with this painting. I'm wondering if part of the problem lies in, because I'm using such dark colors, I'm kind of losing the line work. So I'm wondering if I go back over a few of these lines. Oh wow, that is a lot darker. I think I may have discovered part of the problem. Oh wow, look at that. I think I figured it out. Wow, that's crazy. Learning as we go, guys. I don't really know. I didn't mean to rhyme. Oh no. I'm surprised this isn't killing the pen. It's not giving me any protest so far. Oh wow, the difference in that is crazy. I I'm definitely feeling more confident about this now that I'm looking at that. That makes me feel better. I do think we're making a lot of progress here, and it's coming along a lot better than I originally thought, but I had confidence in myself and we're definitely getting somewhere. Right now I'm adding some yellow to the highlights of the hair, because if I just left it green, like a lighter mint green, it just doesn't look quite like a natural highlight. And a lot of this series that I've been doing has been challenging me to figure out how to make colors work together, even if I don't personally think they look good together, but theoretically green and red look good together, and according to the color palette, yellow should too. And so that's what I'm going with, and it's definitely looking much better now. And I'm gonna try and add a little bit of pink hue to those crystals. I would also like to mention the pain that I went through to even get this painting started. I had a general idea for what I wanted to do for this painting, for the green part of this series, and I wanted to have a girl with like super big afro hair. But I just could not get the pose right. I drew and sketched it out digitally first. I really like how these crystals are looking with the red. Yes, okay. But I did some digital sketches to kind of do a mock-up of what this picture would look like on paper, because I knew if I tried to draw and erase a lot on this watercolor paper, it just would not cooperate. And so I did it digitally first. And I spent an hour, I think, according to the screen recording on my iPad, of just an hour of trying different poses to get this right, because I wanted it to look different than the other two and to kind of represent the personality I wanted to portray with this character, and it just took so freaking long. But I'm really happy with the pose I settled with, because I think it fits really well, and I really wanted to frame that hair, and I also want to figure out how to stop down here. Like here I stopped with the pearls, here I stopped with the braid, and I wanted to figure out how to do that with this one, and I think I am making that work. Definitely think I made a good choice with giving her red lips, because I think that definitely helps draw your eyes from the crown down to her face, because red is the color your eye is most likely to be drawn to. I'm really proud of these roses actually, because I used to find it pretty difficult to draw roses, but... Alright, so it looks like I'll just go back in and do a few more finishing details and get back to you when I'm done. Alright, well, it looks like I am all done, so I'm gonna go ahead and initial it. I went ahead and went over the lines all around the face, and I lined the roses again, and I think that really made a difference, and it looked like that is what I was missing from the painting, and so I am actually really happy with how this came out. And so thank you guys so much for watching the process. If you want to see the blue-haired painting process, I'll put a link to that somewhere so you guys can go see it. And also, let me know what color you guys want me to do next. I have done blue, purple, and green. So now I have, for the hair color, so now I have red, orange, and yellow to do. So let me know which one of those you guys want to see next. I think that's going to be really interesting and challenging to do kind of a fantasy look for natural hair colors. And so be sure to vote on which one you guys want me to see next, and I'll put a poll for that as well. And again, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to check out my Redbubble shop, because it really helps me out and it really means a lot. And if you're new around here, don't forget to join my pirate crew by hitting subscribe down below. And again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.